Hello. If you are taking quantitative physiology, then these are 5 things to do this semester. Now, the topics that I'm going to be focusing on are about being organized and reviewing for your exams. First of all, have an organized course folder. Now, many of you all might already be doing this, but if you haven't started separating your classes into folders yet, now is a great time to start. It is a great way to stay organized and have a central hub for all of your classes' presentations and assignments too. Secondly, review at least a week ahead of exams. Now, I know this sounds excessive and sometimes we are just too busy to worry about things in the future, but I really think that if just by glancing at the PowerPoint slides a week in advance, you will be able to refresh old material and get your brain thinking about how to review. You don't have to have mastered the material already, but by giving yourself a lot of time to review for your exam, this will definitely mitigate stress and anxiety. Make sure you put in the effort to create a study plan and try to follow it to the best of your abilities. Third of all, use a note-taking app. Now, there are plenty of good options when it comes to digital notes and importing PDFs, but the one that I like to utilize the most is Microsoft OneNote. As long as you have a Microsoft account, it is free to use, and it is also very accessible. It works great on iOS, Android, and Windows. Because your work is linked to your Microsoft account, you can access your notes from different devices, which is a feature that I used one time while I was bored at a restaurant. The way that I like to use OneNote is by importing the study guides onto a notebook, which allows me to freely write on them if I am using a computer that supports pen input, like an iPad, a Surface, or a drawing tablet. But it is not all about taking notes with a stylus. What greatly helped me was going through the class PowerPoints chronologically and taking screenshots of the slides that stuck out to me or were related to a question on the study guide. This can be done with Windows key Shift S on a Windows or Shift Command 4 on a Mac. I can then insert these screenshots onto my study guide in OneNote, which makes re-reviewing the material much easier to do. Number 4, review with a friend. The test that I performed the worst on was also the one that I studied entirely by myself. Even if you are confident in your capabilities to study and review independently, it always helps to have someone to talk to. 2 good ways to go about this are by going through the slides and talking about them with a friend, or by answering each question of the study guide with somebody. While this is no complete substitute for studying independently, it can help you retain information better and gauge how well you understand the material. Number 5. Lastly, do the final report. Now, you should try to make A's on all of your exams, but this can be pretty difficult. So this is a great opportunity to truly go above and beyond. You have a lot more time to write out a spiffy report than you would in a 90-minute time crunch on an exam. Personally, I learned a lot of information by doing the report that I might have not have learned otherwise. You can choose a disorder from one of the body systems we studied in class, or you can propose your own idea, like I did by examining retinal degeneration in the eye. At the end of my report, I'd felt like I'd written a full-on research article. Honestly, I would have not gotten an A in the class had I not done this final report. So if you want to feel fulfilled through hard work and get a pretty good grade bump too, this is the way to go about it. In conclusion, as long as you're following some or all of these 5 tips, you'll be in a pretty good position to make an A in the class. I hope this was helpful. Thank you for watching and best of luck to you this semester.